Welcome to Understand All. I'm your host, Aslakir Gerleaf. Today, we're embarking on a captivating journey into the life and legacy of one of America's most beloved authors, Mark Twain. Born Samuel Langhorne Clemens in 1835, Twain's life was a tapestry of adventure, wit, and profound insights. From his early days on the Mississippi River to his rise as a literary giant, Twain's story is one of resilience, humor, and an unwavering commitment to truth. Let's start with a cosmic coincidence that bookends Twain's life. He was born just after Halley's Comet appeared in 1835, and in a twist of fate, died the day after its return in 1910. Twain even predicted this, saying, "I came in with Halley's Comet in 1835. It is coming again next year, and I expect to go out with it." It's as if the universe itself recognized the magnitude of his presence. But before he became Mark Twain, he was Samuel Clemens, a young boy growing up in the small town of Hannibal, Missouri. It was here, on the banks of the Mississippi, that Clemens first encountered the complex realities of 19th century America, including slavery and the rough and tumble world of river life. These early experiences would later shape the themes and characters in his most famous works. Speaking of the Mississippi, did you know that the pen name Mark Twain actually comes from a riverboat term? Mark Twain means the water is deep enough for safe passage, about 2 fathoms or 12 feet. It's a fitting name for a man who would navigate the depths of American society with his sharp wit and keen observations. Twain's writing career began in earnest during the 1860s, when he worked as a journalist in Nevada and California. It was during this time that he honed his signature style, blending humor, social commentary, and vivid storytelling. His first major success came in 1865 with the short story The Celebrated Jumping Frog of Calaveras County, which showcased his ability to capture the essence of American vernacular and humor. But it was with the publication of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer in 1876 and Adventures of Huckleberry Finn in 1884 that Twain truly cemented his place in the canon of great American literature. These novels, inspired by his own childhood experiences, offer a window into the heart of America, with all its charms, contradictions, and challenges. Huckleberry Finn, in particular, has been hailed as a masterpiece. Ernest Hemingway famously declared, "All modern American literature comes from one book by Mark Twain called Huckleberry Finn." But why is this book so significant? At its core, Huckleberry Finn is a scathing critique of racism, hypocrisy, and the failure of Reconstruction-era America to live up to its ideals. By casting a poor, uneducated boy and a runaway slave as his protagonists, Twain gave voice to the marginalized and challenged the status quo. Twain's innovative use of vernacular speech and regional dialects was groundbreaking for its time. He understood that to truly capture the American experience, one had to embrace the diversity of its voices. This approach, combined with his biting satire and social commentary, set a new standard for American literature. But Twain's influence extends far beyond the printed page. His wit and wisdom have become an integral part of American culture. Who hasn't heard the phrase, "reports of my death are greatly exaggerated"? That's vintage Twain, a quip he made in response to a premature obituary. According to the Mark Twain House and Museum, he's one of the most quoted American authors, and for a good reason. His insights into human nature and society remain as relevant today as they were a century ago. But behind the public persona of Mark Twain was a man who knew great joy and profound sorrow. Samuel Clemens married Olivia Langdon in 1870, and together they had 4 children. Tragically, 3 of those children died before reaching adulthood, a loss that left an indelible mark on Twain. His personal life was further complicated by financial troubles, including a bankruptcy in 1894. Despite these hardships, Twain continued to write and lecture, using his platform to advocate for social justice and political reform. He was an outspoken critic of imperialism, racism, and corruption, and his later works, such as A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court and The Mysterious Stranger, reflect a growing pessimism about human nature and the direction of society. In his final years, Twain became increasingly reflective and philosophical. His autobiography, published posthumously in 3 volumes starting in 2010, offers an intimate and often surprising portrait of the man behind the legend. It's a testament to his enduring legacy that, even a century after his death, we're still discovering new facets of his life and work. So what can we learn from the life and legacy of Mark Twain? Perhaps the most important lesson is the power of humor and truth-telling in the face of adversity. Twain used his wit and insight to expose the hypocrisies and injustices of his time, and in doing so, he helped to shape the course of American literature and thought. But Twain's legacy also reminds us of the importance of empathy and understanding. His ability to capture the voices and experiences of people from all walks of life, from the poor and marginalized to the wealthy and powerful, is a testament to his deep humanity. In a time of increasing polarization and division, Twain's work calls us to look beyond our differences and recognize our common humanity. As we come to the end of our journey with Mark Twain, I want to leave you with one final thought. In many ways, Twain's life and work embody the contradictions and complexities of America itself. He was a man of his time, shaped by the forces of history and society, yet he also transcended those forces through the power of his words and ideas. His legacy reminds us that, even in the darkest of times, humor, truth, and compassion can light the way forward. And that's a wrap for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed our exploration of the life and legacy of Mark Twain and gained valuable insights along the way. Remember to tune in next time for more captivating knowledge. Until then, stay curious and keep exploring the wonders of the world around you.